was a common sight in the 80s and 90s. Not quite as frequent since, but it's back. Playoff football in the Bay Area here at Levi Stadium in Santa Clara. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Seattle Seahawks and the San Francisco 49ers. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Ready, set!
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to Walker on 1st down. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
So a nice run there, and I have to think a strong running game in the playoffs, maybe even more critical than the regular season. And if you go by the numbers, the man they have running it here, he was the best in the NFL.
And since he led the league in rushing yards, I think it means he's going to see the ball a lot in this game, too, because that's what they're built like. That's what they're built around. So I think the offensive line, the tight end, the wide receivers, everyone is coming together, wanting him to get the ball and get it often, and they want to carve some holes out there for him.
That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
So a nice throw right there. And this, we all know, a big test for this young man at quarterback. He guided his team into the playoffs as a wild card. And now here he is on the road looking to get his guys to the 2nd round. It's certainly a tough task no matter how you slice it.
Oh, I absolutely agree 100%. And while no one around the franchise is going to, co-sign on what I'm about to say, because all they're focused on is winning this game. But let's face it, partner, no matter what happens in this one, they've got their quarterback to build their roster around for the future. That's got to feel good for everyone associated with this team.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tunyon. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready, because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. They'll try for the first with Walker. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
A nice run right there. And we talk this time of year about certain teams, certain players who don't have a lot of postseason history to speak of. And here's a man right here in his rookie season in the NFL, and he's being asked to carry the load at running back for this offense.
And he has acquitted himself nicely here in his rookie year. And look, I think we both believe that the burden's a little lighter on backs and receivers than it is on quarterbacks in the playoffs. But that's not to say this is going to be easy. As fast as the NFL game is in the regular season, it's like warp speed when you turn pressure up in the postseason. So let's see how he handles things early.
Scoring first, so critical in the postseason. They've got it here, 1st and goal.
From the gun, here's Moon. And he's got it. Touchdown. Marquise Goodwin from 4 yards out. And the Seahawks will strike first here, this wild card matchup. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Seahawks 7, 49ers nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Returning from his end zone is Ray McCloud. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted. Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10.
At their own 19-yard line.
Off of play action. Here's Lance.
Open man. That's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
Big plays always wind up being a big theme as we get rolling in these playoffs, and the defenses that can avoid giving them up, but they're the teams that tend to go far. You may not eliminate those big plays, but if you can limit them, then you've got a chance to get to the ultimate game.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. Making the play defensively, Carl Lawson.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Now Lance.
And he's taken in by the tight end Fant. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A gain there of 21 yards.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Lance now on first down. Delivering a pass here to Evans on the out route. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. Now on 2nd and 13. Lance. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal.
You have to be aware defensively that you've got 2 goals because obviously you're trying to prevent the touchdown, but you're also trying to keep them from getting a 1st down as well. That time they weren't up to the task, and it's 1st and goal.
1st and goal and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back.
McCaffrey is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be 2nd down. So stuffed from the 2. Now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
Lance looking to throw it.
And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Noah Fant, a 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the 49ers are an extra point away from drawing level.
Gold with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon.
They'll wind up getting just a yard. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Here's Moon. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. This is caught inside the 15.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10.
Now to the ground, here's Walker.
Yeah, this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two.
That was a terrific play, causing a loss. As a middle linebacker, simple. You can either fill holes or you can attack them, as he did there.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
66 yards rushing for him in this first half, as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard.
On 3rd down, here's Walker.
And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers. Less than an extra point attempt here. This is an 18-yarder. Myers' kick is good.
So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
At their own 19-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it. Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 23 yards the pickup there.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
Here's Lance to throw it. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And, Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Back to the ground on 1st, it's McCaffrey. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. The Niners have the 1st down on a gain of 11. Consecutive consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
Play action. Now it's Lance. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he'll get it down here to the 43.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Lance looking to throw on 3rd and 2.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Hey, you need a big play? Go to your big play guy.
Listen, that's football 101. When you have to have it, you expect that guy to step up. A lot of people call these receivers divas. Sometimes just leadership when they get in the huddle and say, get me the ball. I'm about to make a big play.
They'll bring a tight end in motion left. The tight end in motion right. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
2nd down and goal. Lance. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal.
Now they'll send a tight end in motion left. Now they'll bring one of their tight ends in motion right.
Lance now on 3rd and goal.
And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. And that sack brings up 4th and goal, a loss of 7. Big play. The kick by Gold is good, and that will knot us up at 10. So they come away from this opening drive of the 3rd quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, that has to be job 1, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And their 3-point halftime lead gone now, back to a tie game. But, Charles, I don't imagine that changes too much for this offense.
I would agree. I don't think it changes much at all, whether it's a 3-point lead or a tie game. They know they have their work cut out for them, and they were going to run their offense in the same vein.
82 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Again, it's Walker.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Now here's Michael Dixon, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is good? Oh, Lance has it knocked free. The ball is loose.
And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. So many times tight games decided by one big play. And a lot of times, of course, it's the offense. Here, it's the defense coming up huge.
And you know head coaches walk around locker rooms, walk around bench areas saying, guys, somebody make a play. It's a cliche, but it applies here.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 1 quarter remains in this NFC Wild Card matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
To throw, it's Lance. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
They run again with Walker. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, snapped at the 11. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang out to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Trying the left side with Walker.
And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. It's good for a gain of 7, but still a few inches short here with 4th down coming up. They won on 2 fronts there, so to speak, Charles. Not only do they stop him short of the first, they get him out of bounds and stop the clock.
Yeah, they won. The offensive guys lost because they wanted to stay in bounds and have that clock run or force you to use timeouts. Instead, the defense won, as you mentioned, on both fronts.
They throw it out right complete. Touchdown, Seahawks.
Robert Tonyan from 4 yards out. And the Seahawks have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here this 4th quarter.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead now up to 14.
49ers 10. Michael Dixon,
the kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. Carl Lawson, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Well, partner, I would say just avoid play action, but that's not just been the problem. This defense, they've been getting pressure on all types of pass plays and really piling up the sacks in this contest.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Lance. Throw left side, completion to Rice. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Give them 32 on the play. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the first one for the 2nd one to even matter.
Throwing on 1st down is Lance.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. It's rare that a receiver of his caliber would drop one pass, but that's now 2 times he's had his mitts on one and lost it.
Yeah, and I don't think that they're going to lose confidence in him, though, because of the track record. Such a good player, maybe having a bad game, but I think they'll still go to him in a critical spot.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. In motion left is Rice. To throw on 2nd and 10. Lance. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Lance airing this one out for Evans. And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Mike Evans. 37 yards. And the Niners have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And this a very important drive leading in the 4th quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here 1st down.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. You know, I was going to ask you if maybe they should surprise and pass the ball, but where they're at on the field, I think keep it on the ground, right?
I like where you're going with this one because field position is going to determine these play calls. And backed up where they are, I don't even think about putting the ball in the air. I tell my running backs, grasp the football, and I tell my offensive line, don't allow any leaks so they get hit immediately when we hand it off.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Boone to throw. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. It's a big play there for Seattle. 64 yards.
Well, we saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
And you'd think on 3rd down they'd just be looking for something right beyond the sticks. And I think they caught the defense flat-footed as a result because they decided they were going to take a shot right there, and it ended up being a big play.
Straight ahead, Walker, and he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 13-yard line.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle.
Kenneth Walker.
A 13-yard touchdown run.
And the Seahawks go up by 2 touchdowns.
Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead now up to 14.
31, 49ers 17. Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Looking to throw again on second down.
Lance.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Lance to throw on 3rd and 1. Open man is Ayuk, complete.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. In motion left is Rice.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance.
Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. They moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Now a play fake. Lance.
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Gold with the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So still a little over 40 seconds to go. Time enough to put a drive together if they can get this onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. A big mistake in that spot. You got to let it go 10.
They didn't give themselves a chance. They had an opportunity, touched it first. Now they're in a really bad spot.
The Seahawks in victory formation as they go ahead and take the knee.
And there it is, that symbol that ends a game that one team loves and the other team can't stand, taking a knee. And guess what? The visitors came in and got it done. Wild card round, first step on their way trying to get to the Super Bowl.
First step indeed. They're underdogs. We'll see if they can continue to make some noise in the playoffs, but a good first step. They go down to a knee, and that will do it. They are moving on here in the playoffs. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild